I'm not shrinking the business on purpose, but I'm being more intentional with how and when and why we offer new products. I get asked all the time, John, why don't you launch some new products? And I'm like, because there's a lot of work goes into it. Things have got to be right. It takes a long time to get things perfect. And at the same time, money. When you're a small business and you're the only employee, it's really hard to fork out several £1,000s just to launch a new colour of knee sleeves that people tell you they're interested in, but they're not, you know? I've got some examples. Here are some products. I would love to launch more accessories. So we're talking hats and, I nearly said gloves, but I don't know why I said gloves. Hats, socks, just other bits, key rings. And I don't know, I just really like merch and stuff. I think it's nice. I think it's cool to add to a brand to sort of be kitted out, but there's problems. So here's an easy one. I've started working on hats. But I'll tell you all the reasons why I stopped working on hats, because it's a pain. So let's make a start. Right, that's better. I've got you. So look at these hats. We've got 3 different examples. There were 4, one of them's gone missing. So we'll start with caps. I quite like this style, the trucker style cap, right? And here is 2 examples. These were done locally in the UK, which is always nice. It's cool if that can be done. Sometimes things just need to be made overseas because sometimes you can't literally buy things in the UK for a competitive enough price to even resell them given the competition. So you look at, we're not a brand that tries to sell as cheap as possible, but you look at some of the brands like Primark in the UK. I see t-shirt, I mean this, great example, unplanned. This t-shirt right here is from Primark, right? It's lovely, I love it. It was £4. 4? I literally can't get clothes in for the price. I can't buy them for what they can sell them for. It's amazing, the economics of scale are huge. Anyway, back to hats. So, look at this one. This is the first trucker hat. You might think, oh, yeah, the hat looks fine. The product itself looks fine. But look at the embroidery. I just need my little screen out so I can see, to make sure you can see. Look at it. Like, it's done in a puff print style. As you can see, it's got like a thickness to it. But it's just messy. It doesn't have the sharpness that our logo has. Like, it's almost got a fuzzy outer. Like, I want the neatness and the sharpness. We're a premium brand. I'll show you a second example. So that was with the puff print. This is more of a flat stitch. Check that one out. Whoops. So this one, at a glance, looks better. It is better. But again, it's really hard to show you the fine details. But it's just messy. Look at it. I just want really nice, neat edges to it. It's just too fuzzy down these solid lines. So as much as the hat's good, I've not worn it yet, that looks ridiculous, the embroidery is just not up to standards. And as much as I wish it was, it's not. So, one more hat. This is one. Oh, I'm going to pop it on because I look ridiculous in hats. It's because of my large head. So this one, much more preferred. I really, really, really like this one. I'm not too keen on the bobble. Fine, maybe when I was a bit younger, that was something I really liked, but nowadays I've grown out of that. I look ridiculous, look like something off Home Alone. And anyway, so look at the embroidery on this. It's just so much neater. It's neater, it's tidier. They've even done something a bit different where it's the way they've put the letters together. So you can see the M there. The M blends right into the U. That is one complete piece. Whereas when you look at these ones, the difference, the M is done on its own, and then the U's done on its own, and then the R's done on its own. And I like it to just, the Mergs logo is not made of individual letters as such, like most brands are. So yeah, anyway, samples can be expensive. They can be hard work. And I'll tell you now, most samples are rubbish. They're not good. Like most of them. Like I can receive 10 different unique samples and I might buy maybe one. And also they can be really expensive. You can pay, this is not even, I mean, for these, how much will these have been? Maybe $80 for, let's just say 2 caps. 2 caps embroidered. Don't forget, that's as well shipped from overseas. Half of that could be shipping. But yeah, so... But I have got some more samples because we are actually working on some other new things. I may as well show you the lot while we're here. Right, so sometimes I get samples because I get overly excited and I have plans for things I want to do in the future, but they don't always make sense right now. One great example, these wrist wraps. So we normally have these in black. These sell like hotcakes. They go down an absolute storm. I am thrilled to bits with how good these are. And I just sent out some requests. I'm like, can we have these in white? Can we have them in different colours? Sometimes your suppliers and manufacturers will come back and say, no, you can have this, you can't have that. Sometimes it's a limitation of their process. Don't forget, even these manufacturers have suppliers. So sometimes you want emerald green for your wrist wraps. They might just not be applicable without a custom process. And if you want a custom process, you need to get your money out, which is fine for these big brands that are like, yeah, we'll take 20,000 in sky blue and we'll take 20,000 in emerald green. Yeah, but if you're ordering between 200 and 500 pairs of anything, you don't really get privileges. Like, they look after you. My manufacturers, I love them, they're great. But it's because it costs them a fortune to get them to colour things and the processes and the time, and it all just gets challenging. But to go full circle, why don't we offer more products like this? I'll tell you why. It's mainly money. Money's a problem. Well, money's not a problem. Like, money, we're doing all right as a small business. But to expand, you can only expand out of profits, right? And that's kind of the same with this. If we sell something for £60, when you're a small business and you're working everything out and you're breaking away at my salary and all the subscription fees and this and that and shipping and fulfillment and returns and packaging, everything, never mind advertising, you work all those costs back and it's like, wow, there's not a lot of money to expand unless you're shipping like 1,000 orders a month. We just don't do 1,000 orders a month yet. That'd be great, I'd love to, but just not yet. So it's really hard to expand and launch new product lines. We do have some in the works, but only because I've sacrificed many others. In fact, I'll show you what's going and we're doing a little bit of a rejig on the website. I'm discontinuing many products. Not because they're bad products or not because people don't want them, because we can do better. And I'm just not in the business of keeping subpar products hanging around, like at all. Anyway, I'll show you now. Right, we're on mergs.co.uk. Yes, it is the 6th of December. The sale is still live for Black Friday because there's been loads of products sold out, so I don't want people to not be able to get them because the size they wanted at the price that they've got, and yeah, long story, but... So this is the first thing to go, the 4-inch weightlifting belt. This is not that exciting. I'm not going to tell you about the specifics of too much, but we're just going to upgrade it to a better one, and I can show you that after because I do actually have that on site. So that is on its way out. That is being discontinued. Goodbye. All 4 of these. Every one of these pairs of grips, including these 3-hole ones on the end, these, and these, they're all gone. Because we're going to upgrade our grips. We've got some new grips coming in. Again, the camo's gone, the pink's gone. So yeah, these things are going from the website. The pink, the camo, there's a few other things. Because people like the illusion of choice. That is best described. So I used to work in engineering, and I used to do the sandwiches on a Friday when I was an apprentice. So I'd walk around, ask everybody what they wanted from the sandwich shop. They'd tell me, pay me, I'd go and get it. One lady called Leslie, she would always ask to see the menu. Every single time. I'm like, Leslie, you know what you're having? You always get a well-done bacon sandwich. But she'd always want to see the menu. For no reason. She liked the illusion of choice. She'd even read things off. She'd be like, oh, gammon and pineapple, an egg. Leslie, you're not going to buy it, so why are you telling me? People like to do that with the website. So, I should say that this is from when I guess I was younger and less experienced. I always wanted the illusion of a big store with loads of choice, lots of things going on. There's different versions and variations and colours and sizes and prints. But then I get to a point now where I'm like, but if we sell 100 pairs of knee sleeves, 80% of them, literally, I think it's 80 or 85%, are black or black on black. And you're like, wow, so I'm working so hard to keep the 15% in stock that people aren't that bothered for. And as well, the thing with black, we're known as being quite a monochrome brand. It's a black and white sort of brand. It's very simple. It's very minimalist. Although it's a loud logo, it's a minimalist brand. It's colours are good, but a lot of people go and they're like, oh, cool, I'll get the pink. And if pink's not available, they're like, oh, never mind, I'll get black. But people don't go and go, oh, great, I'll get black. Oh, there's no black, I'll get pink. So nobody does it that way. People might go from loud colours to quiet colours, but they don't really go from quiet to loud. So that's why few are going. But at the same time, sometimes you do offer a different colour, a different version, or a different variant, and it can go down really well. We once did a pair that was, I don't have any to hand. They were similar to the black and white ones, but instead of, I'll show you with these red ones. So these are a custom pair as well, for a friend of mine. And see how these are red down the side? The pair was black down the front, and I think it had white bits down the side. We only did that as a limited run. I think there was only 100 pairs. They went down a storm. They sold out so quick. They were fantastic. So that's one that I'm like, that can come back again. But yeah, these are other ones. A friend of mine owns Power Fit round the corner. He's got a red and black scheme. This was his Christmas present for last year. I got him and his coaches some coloured, branded, relevant knee sleeves. As well, it makes me laugh. It's so funny because you can put a post up or a poll or some way of asking people their opinions. You will get 10 times the opinions that you will get buyers. And it's caught me out a couple of times. So I'm very mindful now. People are quite happy to say, yes, they look great. But when it comes time to get their money out, they're like, I don't want to buy them. I just like them. Oh, well, never mind then. Some more samples. So these ones. These ones I really like. I think these look ace. I think these will go down really well. So I'm toying with actually stocking these. Maybe these are a replacement for the camo. I don't know. We shall see. Anyway, another pair. These ones. I don't know how popular these will be. Will these go down well? These bumblebee-inspired knee sleeves? I don't know. And that's the thing. It's really hard to roll a dice on a few £1,000s to stock your shop up and the work that goes in, and they need professionally photographing, and I'll do the photo for the product page, every product page you've just seen. I do every single image. In fact, there's two. There's two that I haven't done because I outsourced them. I got them done by other people. But for the rest of them, yeah, I took every single picture. So I can whip these up in no time. That's not that big of a deal, but I don't know. Are people going to want them? Now, here is one pair that we are bringing out because these are superb. So these ones at the minute match the current range. Fine, these are great. But this is a new style. It's not a new style, sorry, it's a new material. So, I keep saying so, and it's even annoying me, I'm sorry. These look just the same. They do. They're the V2 7mm shape, right? The same size guide, the same everything. But I don't have a comparison. Can you see the material? I don't know if you can see this. Let me get the little screen out. Oh, you can't really see it. It's a different grade of neoprene. You can kind of see the little cross-hatching sort of marks on it. It's a totally different grade of neoprene. So these, where's the V3's got? So these are known as the V3s. They're a longer sleeve, they're more of a cone-shaped design, and these have got a tougher, stiffer neoprene on them. These other ones have alternative neoprene on them, which is a bit softer, a bit lighter. What we've done is combined the two, we're going to make these. They're going to come out as the V2 7mm Ultras. They're going to be slightly more expensive because I've been testing these now for years, and I say years, maybe 18 months. They are bulletproof. They are bomb-proof. They have no issues, no flaws. The challenge I've got is creating a size guide for them because I've sent these out to maybe 3 people-ish. One of them being Jordan around the corner, and they tend to fit a size up, which gets confusing. So yeah, I'm not necessarily trying to shrink the business. I think I'm trying to just be more specialised in the areas that count. Being a business of one is tricky. And you look at some of these big websites and big brands that have got hundreds of different things and they're doing drops and launches, and that's not my business. Turns out it'd be really fun. These brands like Trico that are doing these launches and drops every few weeks, building loads of hype. But I'm a big believer in the ideology of playing the infinite game. And for those that don't know, there's a lot of you will know this. For those that don't know, playing the infinite game is comparable to, for example, marriage. If you're married, there is no end goal. Sometimes people think in business, oh, I need to get to 1 million a year in sales. And it's like, oh, okay, and then what? And then people don't really have a plan. They're like, I don't know, sell it to someone else. Okay, like, if you want. But with a marriage, you don't go into a marriage thinking, we'll get 10 years, and then when we've done 10 years, boom, finished, done it. No, you've not done it. The goal is to keep it going. So that's what I'm doing with Mergs. I'm looking at the really long-term projections, being like, how would this business be known for reliability, for quality, for customer service? And we just don't need to offer a big range for that. Like, it's as cut and dry as that, really. So yes, it's nice to offer different variations and colours and different flavours of the same thing, but that doesn't mean you'll get more customers. It doesn't. Like, it might mean there's 1 or 2 more. There's a small percentage that go, I don't really want black on black on black on black on black. You're fine. There'll be some people that just like, no. But at the same time, give people what they want, right? And give people your version, your take on it. My take on it is the minimalist kind of simplicity, really high quality, kind of minimalist. And that's kind of what we're going for. I say we, it's only me. So yeah, that's where we're at. If you guys are interested in more product development and want to see how products come about, because I've got 3 or 4. I've got one really exciting one launched at the end of the year, so I can get into more detail on that. If anybody's interested, leave a comment. And yeah, if you're enjoying these videos, just let me know, because this is the feedback's what keeps me going. Much appreciated. Have a lovely day, and I'm going to get back to work.